Hi guys, hello, 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 hello. Hi besties, hi besties, hi besties. We're gonna be getting ready. I'm gonna fix my mirror and we're gonna be drinking coffee as per usual. We got this Starbucks True North Blend pumpkin spice latte. Oh, we're gonna jump into priming. This is the Revolution Mattify Primer. We're doing a voiceover today because someone requested it and I thought it was a really good idea. Because some people really enjoy like the really up close whispering, you know what I mean? So yeah, we're priming. Put that everywhere. We put that shit on everything, like Frank's hot sauce, even though I don't even like hot sauce. But yeah, I'm just putting it everywhere. Picking at a scab that used to be a pimple, you know how it is. My face always looks really red, but that's just because I'm constantly really red. Anyway, we're then gonna go in and prime it with a second primer. It's the e.l.f. Matte Putty Primer. I really like this stuff. It's kind of just second nature for me now, although I am loving the Matte Revolution one because it's like silicone and smooth. It's beautiful, love it. But this one I've just been using for probably a year now, so I do really enjoy it. So I'm always just shoving that on. Yeah, so we're priming, we're priming, we're priming. The key to good foundation is a good base. So, oh, another cup of coffee. No, sip of coffee. We're drinking more coffee. Anyways, let's grab some foundation. I'm gonna go in with the L'Oreal Infallible. I think it's in the shade 103 Buff or Natural Buff or something like that. Just a little bit of that. And then I'm gonna hit it with the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop foundation. And I think this is in light. And then I'm gonna pull up my sleeves because this is a heck of a project. And I'm gonna mix it together on my hand. And it's not gonna be the right shade for me. But then I'm gonna pop it on with my finger. I used to use a brush, but one day I was just like, that's a lot of work. So I use my finger now. But that's how it goes. not really baking, it's just setting it and pushing it in because I find that it makes less of a mess than a brush. Because the sponge is like wet, so it's easier to control. Anyways, we're done with that powder. Get rid of that. Oh yes, now we need to drink even more coffee. Okay. Then we're gonna go in with the Makeup Forever Velvet Skin Powder Foundation. I think it's like R253 or something's the shade. Anyways, I'm just going in with a Morphe brush, setting all over just to get rid of like that loose powder because we don't want no Ghost Mary or whatever that gets called, flashback moment. And because I do have oily skin, I like to add a little bit extra powder in there just to like mattify. It's like an extra barrier for the oil to go through. And now we're gonna bronze. I'm using the Fenty bronzer today, the Sunstalker in this shade Islanding. And I'm using a Real Techniques blush brush and just kind of gently buffing it in. Trying not to get a bronzer helmet, but I probably will. C'est la vie, you know what I mean? And yeah, just blending that in. I like to kind of go and hit the cheekbone where the sun would really hit it, so that's why I'm kind of placing it that way and then buffing it out afterwards. My greatest makeup tip ever is just to blend, 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 blend. You can never blend enough, and like, just blend, and that's really how you get that flawless, seamless kind of look going, in my personal opinion. I'm sort of a professional, sort of not. I have a certificate, does that count for something? I don't know. Anyways, I'm really blending in the bronzer, just also because it's a little dark for me, but we're making it work. We're making it work. And then I'm just kind of hitting the chin a little bit, but not adding extra product, just to like even out the color, but not add the color onto the chin because I'm not going to be bronzed down there. That would be ridiculous. And more coffee. Coffee, 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 coffee V. Anyways, now we're going to contour. I am in love with the Melt Sculpt stack, specifically, oh, there's a hair, but specifically in the light medium contour shade. I just really like it. And I'm using a Real Techniques contour brush to chisel out my jawline and make me feel like I have a chin. So it's always a good time. I try not to blend too much on the chin. I don't want the powder to like go anywhere, but yeah. Now we're blending in the cheekbones. I really like to blend with the cheekbones just to meld the bronzer and the contour together so it doesn't look muddy or patchy or anything like that. So I kind of like take my time, and I know I'm going downwards, I do realize that, but I'm kind of getting the hairs to lay back down on my face, that kind of deal. And then I kind of clean it up a bit and I go back in with like my foundation powder brush. So yeah, we're just contouring. Then I'm gonna grab a smaller brush. This is a Morphe something, I don't know, and I'm gonna contour my lip, my underlip, my bottom lip, and the top lip, like in the cupid's bow a little bit. Oh, there was a hair on my nose. Typical. So I'm just kind of contouring my lips, and then I'm gonna contour my nose. I only recently started contouring my lips so much. I just wanna, I don't know, I just like the way it looks. And then yeah, we're contouring the nose, the eye sockets. It's a whole thing. Just gently buffing, placing the color, and then blending it out. I love blending my eye socket kind of there with the nose. Like, I love this look. It really kind of sinks the eyes in a little bit. Yeah, I personally like it, especially like my eyes are such a scary blue color that I like to kind of hide them a little bit and make them not quite so popping. So I like to put them in the face, and I like contouring my nose. I really kind of do this messily, and then I'm going to go in with like a highlight powder and clean it up. You could use loose powder, but I don't, because I just got rid of it all with the foundation powder. Anyways, really buffing it in the eye there, the inner corner, and then I'm going to buff a little bit of it through my crease today. I really like this powder. It's so good. Oh, do I sneeze? I sneezed. And now I'm contemplating my whole life. I hate sneezing. For some reason, I find it incredibly embarrassing. But I constantly share myself sneezing on the internet. Anyways, we're gonna highlight. Oh, there's something in my hair. Anyway, we're highlighting the face with the Benefit Cookie highlighter. This is like a pale gold. It's super pretty. It's just kind of my go-to. I just grab it. It's pretty pigmented. Like a little does go a long way. So it's a quick job. Highlight quick. And then I'm grabbing a little pencil brush to do my nose because I like using a pencil brush. I feel like I have more control, and I don't like to have highlighter in every single corner of my nose. So yeah, and I like to kind of draw a little highlight between the eye, like the eyebrows. It's a look I got from this makeup artist from Instagram. Her name is like Gore. I think she's Russian anyway, or German. I can't remember. She's really cool. Anyways, gotta get the hair off my neck because I have sensory issues and I just can't stand it. And then I'm gonna have some more coffee because gotta get that before it's cold. There's something bad about cold hot coffee. Oh, perfect. We're gonna go into blush. I'm using the NYX Sweet Cheeks Blush Mattes in Summer Breeze, and it's stunning. Fell back in love with this blush recently after I did my blush collection video. I put on too much, so there was that, but I'm gonna blend it out. There was just a lot of dread going through me this morning. I was like, wow, it's morning and I have to participate in society, so yeah, we're just really blushing up the face because there wasn't really much going back from that. But the good thing about blush is it's the first to wear off, so it wasn't a huge deal. Anyways, I also grab my chin, my nose, and my forehead, but I'm just kind of blending that out again with my bronzer brush to make it chill out for just 1 second, just one tone down. So yeah, we did that real quick. And then, we're gonna kind of carve out my cheek a little bit with my beauty blender. I don't usually show this because I don't think anyone's interested, but yeah, I do this often to like clean up the face shape. If you just feel like you got a little messy, and today was one of those days where I did in fact get a little messy. And then I'm grabbing the contour powder again and just filling in my face mole because why not? I've got it, so I should flaunt it. Anyway, let's brush out the brows. And again, oh yeah, see, no, I'm just pretending to throw my hair back. It's the sensory issues for me. Because let's brush out these unruly brows. It doesn't really do much, but I feel good about it, so I do it. Brush. We're brushing. Okay, perfect. Now I'm trying to like make them look even though they won't look even. For brows, I'm using the Refi brow thingy gel. We're also drinking more coffee before we do that. Anyways, I'm using the Refi brow sculpt, I think it's called, in clear. I really like this product. Cleaning my mirror, stay lovey. Anyway, we're gonna pop that on, and then once I go through my brows with this and kind of comb them out, I did use the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pen in medium brown. Been really loving this brow combo. Although your brows aren't coming off even like in a windstorm. You could go through a whole tornado and your brows would still be like glued down. Anyways, I put the brow gel in and then I grabbed the comb and I kind of shaped it a little bit better. It's a lovely product. It's perfect. It's good times. I love it. I really enjoy it, and I haven't felt this way about an eyebrow gel ever, I guess. So yeah, we're just shaping out the brow, adding some dimension, I guess. I don't know. We're just doing the thing. Oh, and then I'm adding more onto the ends because the ends of my brows are unruly. I don't know, they don't like to cooperate. The front of my brows is great, but the ends of my brows, they're ready to like create an army and like come after me in like turtle formation or something. Anyways, we're putting the gel on the other eyebrow. It's a good time. I'm really focused. Got my little Tarte compact that I use as a mirror. It's a good time, good time. There we go. More brow gel. How much brow gel am I putting in this eyebrow? Okay, there, I'm done. And then I'm gonna comb it out again. I'm looking at it. Comb me. Okay, Regan, we get it. Like you did your brow. This brow is my harder brow. it's not the same shape as the other one, and the other one's like better. They don't cooperate. They never have. They never will. It's just the way the cookie crumbles at this point. Anyway, that should be good with the brow gel. I'm checking myself out in the mirror, staring at myself in distress, and look at that lip bite. Like, I'm nervous. Anyways, I'm going in with the pen. Add some color and some shape in. I like this pen. It works really well. The first couple times you use it is like intense and there's a pigment everywhere, and it's like, I should have never bought this. But then if you just stick with it, the pigmentation evens out, everything evens out, you get the hang of it, you know, you kind of learn what pressure to put, and it's a good time. I personally like it, and I think it's just because I've never loved a pencil, so like for me this is really nice. It's that kind of happy medium from pencil or brow gel. Like, I used to be a little too heavy-handed with the brow pomade, and so this is like better. It's just better, I promise. It's better. Just take my word for it. Anyway, I really like adding in the detail, and I like that the way I've been doing my brows recently kind of adds more of like an actual hair kind of dimension, feel, layer to it. It's very hip and fresh and fashionable. I could do better. I know I could do better, but it's also, I'm good with it. So I'm just like adding in little hairs and like kind of coating the brow hairs with the gel, with the pen, but not getting it on the skin, if that makes sense. It's a process. I'm telling you that for free. It's a whole process. But my eyebrows have come a long way. I don't know. I don't even want to talk about it. They've come a long way. Just trust me on that. So here I am again, checking myself out in my mirror because I need several mirrors with several lights on me from all the directions, and I still come out looking average, but it's fine. Oh, I looked so unhappy. I do remember, I think I did fix my eyebrows after this. When I went back to go like check out the footage, I was like, oh no, that one eyebrow is not it, but I do fix it. So don't take this as the final product. I mean, I don't fix it by the end of the time I was finished editing this video, but by the end of the day, I'd fix the eyebrow. I didn't leave my house, so it's just like my eyebrows look funny on the internet, but like no one saw. Just all the people on the internet. Which, if you're wondering, is less embarrassing than like people seeing you in person. So yeah, I did my eyebrows for like what feels like 10 minutes. I don't know why this should have taken so long. What am I thinking? Who am I? What's wrong with me? Can I hurry this up? Oh my gosh, I erased my eyebrows to see how it would look. Okay, I was finished. Then I'm gonna go in with the Badescu spray and spray it on my face as setting spray because I don't have setting spray. But I've actually been enjoying this, how this works, so that's cool. This was the Rose, Aloe, and Herb one. So I let that dry. I always fan my face because gotta let that cook. Gotta get that dry time in, you know? Then I'm gonna take off the foundation on my lips, so I no longer have concealer lips. And I believe I pop on, the Pout Bomb from Revolution Makeup. Mine is leaking. It's this whole thing, but I love it so much that I just like put myself at risk every day when I use it, and just hope that I don't get clear lip gloss all over everything. Not any clear gloss, minty plumping lip gloss. Like, I'm afraid that one day it's gonna get in the wrong place. You know what I mean? Anyways, pop that on because I like the way it looks, and it's moisturizing. I don't know, it's a good time. I like the way lip liner goes on afterwards as well. So even though the packaging has betrayed me, I'm still using it. Anyway, now we're gonna pop into the tattoo liner in Trooper from Kat Von D, no, KVD Vegan Beauty, and just line the lash line. I do this every single day. It just helps. And oh, I also kind of painted my bottom lashes a little bit because I think I'm just putting on mascara today. So I like to do that instead of putting on bottom mascara on regular mascara days, because my bottom lashes always end up looking nicer than my top lashes, and it's just like not a vibe. So I just kind of cover them in liquid liner to bring that dimension back in, that they're black, but not add any length or anything like that. It's a fun little trick if you cover your lashes in powder and foundation, but you don't want to like actually put mascara on. I do this all the time. And then we're gonna pop into shower and you come back from the shower, like you get out of the shower, there's mascara all over your face. That's my complaint, and I keep trying to clean it off. Like, it's not like I'm not putting my best foot forward, but yeah. So anyways, it's a good mascara, but it's just hard to clean up, which is annoying, but I'm using it up anyway. It won't go to waste, I promise. So yeah, mascara, and then I'm gonna do some freckles with my Freck OG. I don't think I've gone a day without using Freck since I got it. It's so good, I love it. I love putting it on my nose. So just adding some freckles and patting it out. It's just so fun. I don't know. I love it. It's my favorite product. My favorite makeup product that's ever existed. It has no right being as good as it is. It's so expensive though. So expensive. It makes me want to cry knowing how expensive it is. But at least I get use out of it. It's not like I'm gonna let it go to waste. So we got the freckle. Oh, I got like a really big splotch of pigment, so I'm just blending that out and like placing it all over my face so it doesn't look so concentrated. So yeah, blend. Freckle. I spend way too long doing this every day. It's like I kind of disassociate and I'm like, wait, what? 5 minutes has passed and I've been applying freckles this whole time. I better stop. So then I do once I come back to reality and realize how long it has taken me. But I'm very particular. I really am. Some days I let it go, but some days I can't. And this was one of those days, like I just overdid it and I don't know why. So freckles everywhere, all over the place. I just couldn't get enough this day. So yeah, freckles. Even more freckles. On the cheeks, on the nose, on the side of the nose. They were everywhere. Like 5 minutes of freckles this day. I also really like to like pop one in between my eyebrows and not really blend it out. Anyways, finally, we're doing one last good blend to blend them into the skin. And I'm checking myself out in the mirror. Always have to like tussle my hair to feel myself. But yeah, that's the look.